This reading is for Geminis, or your Gemini placements. What does Gemini need to know for the week? Ooh, I already got chills. This is the Herbal Astrology Oracle. Reading as oracles. If you're interested in the herbology, it's on the card. You can look it up. First, we've got community, joy, transfiguration, teacher, and ancient memory. Gemini. This is a good week for us. We're going to celebrate. Geminis. You have a dualistic nature naturally. And while some have a difficult time controlling it, it's time to harness that power for the greater good. You're building a community of people around you. You have a community of people around you. And if you don't, this is the time to look for one. And that community is full of joy and happiness, laughter, dancing, music, whatever it is that you're into. Your hobbies that you enjoy, because in this community your voice is heard. It will be heard. And while you've had difficulties in the past in having solid foundational friends, people you could rely on, similar like in the Virgo reading, these people are going to be your people. And you have gone through a transformation in your time here because the balance between masculine and feminine and your Gemini natures have come to balance. That's not an easy feat. Choosing to be a Gemini is a task that most don't want to undertake because a lot of your life purpose is knowing how to balance the masculine and feminine aspects of yourselves. Not just those. You've been able to manage all of the elements, your relationships with other elements, the other air signs, water signs, earth signs, fire signs. Now is the time to use all you've learned in your life and teach others how to do the same. Because a lot of us are meant to be teachers in our own right. Teachers can mean a lot of things, on small scale or larger. I, for instance, am meant to be on a larger. But you can't be large until you start small, because that's how you build a community from the ground up, through hard work and dedication, through sharing your love and your light. So those of you Geminis that are ready to step into teacher roles, it's time. There's much that can be taught, and not from books, not from other teachers. Through your own soul wisdom, your ancient memories have all the answers. You've learned many things in your lifetimes, many that most don't realize, and it's time to pay that forward because the new generation needs you. So in this week, Geminis, you will lean strongly on your community, on your friendships, for they're the ones that will give you strength. Strength when things seem difficult. Success is relative. It's a human terminology, a human construct. There are many people that need you, that are waiting to learn from you. Many, many people. And it's only through your transformation that's given you the strength and courage to open yourself up and connect to your true essence. And some of you have not done that yet. And if you haven't, this is the week to begin the steps to do that. The planning stages. Again, I stress community, because it takes a village to change the frequency. This will be a positive energy week for you, Geminis. And the people who have taught you, they'll see your growth this week. You see, I personally have worked hard, very hard. And while I've learned from a lot of people, I know myself it's time for the student to become the master again. It does not matter how long you've been doing this. It doesn't even have to be spiritual, Gemini. You can teach anyone how to do anything. You just have to apply what matters to them. Find out what speaks to them, their strengths, their weaknesses. Then use your voice to help them come up with solutions on how to be their own teacher for themselves. Because we're not all meant to be students our whole lives, even though we crave knowledge. And we will always be students. There comes a time where you need to step up and share the things that you've learned in your life. We do not go through life lessons just to hold the lessons to our heart. We learn the lessons to grow from them and to help others grow from those lessons we have learned. That's why we come into contact with them. That's why we're meant to meet them, so that they may learn from our lessons and they can advance to the next round of lessons. It's a network. It's a community, all learning from one another. Not in the superiority complex, all as equals. This will be a beautiful week, Gemini. Embrace and love it. You've got this, Gemini.